For the link video, for the video submission, we have a guideline for this. Go to Appendix A for the video requirements. The Appendix A is the final page. Appendix A outlines the requirement for the video submission. So, the first one, the training must be actual face-to-face training. Back in 2021 last year, we do allow online training, and we only allow submission until 31st December 2021 for online training. Only until 31st December 2021. This is of course considering the MCO, SOPs, and the few numbers of MCO enforced. There were not much of face-to-face activities, even training, and almost all, if not all, the training online, remote online training. So based on that that situation, that's why we set the consideration to allow online training submission up to 31st December last year only. Any submission right now and onwards must be face-to-face. Okay, however, when we lay out this guideline, it was before COVID hit us. We do also receive few applications whereby as a trainer understand that you need to fulfill the requirement of the participants, you need to fulfill the requirements of the employer. So let's say since last year until now, until 27 May 2022, all of your training have been online. And that is because of not your preference, but rather the participants or the employer's preference. Let's say that were to be the case, you can still use that the training session for accreditation assessment. But we would require a letter from the employer using the employee's letterhead to provide justification that they as a participant, as the paying customer, as the employer, still insist and prefer online training. Okay, the rationale of this is because when you submit the accreditation through assessment, we will forward to our panel assessors. We have 3 panel assessors. Despite the following sentence, we will be evaluated comprising of 3 Corp lead trainers, and the panel assessors are the other TTT lead trainers who conduct our TTT course. So these are the lead trainers. From our experience and based from our analysis, when a participant submitted online training, there are few things which is not that visible, especially in terms of you deliver the training when you conduct the training. Face-to-face and online in terms of principle is the same. It is technically the same. However, the tools used might be different. So let's say you conduct a training face-to-face. For you to conduct a ice breaking or a assessment, it will definitely be different compared to online. And from what we see, when you submit online, the chances for you to fail is much higher. That's why again, we highly emphasize for you to submit face-to-face training if possible. And that's why by default, based on this guideline, we never change or we never put the consideration of online training. That is for on a case-to-case basis and for our further consideration only. Okay, so the training must be face-to-face, and when you submit your accreditation by assessment, we will review from our side to ensure the supporting documents is okay, the video is okay, the sound is okay, in terms of everything is okay, then only we will forward to our panel assessors. Okay, in terms of the language, it must be either Bahasa Malaysia or English. We specify this because we do get application whereby it is in Mandarin. Please don't get me wrong. When we put this, it doesn't mean that we are saying that only this language matters. But at the moment, our panel assessors are only able to converse in these languages only. We don't have enough panel assessor to moderate or to assess Mandarin language at this point of time. So the language must be either Bahasa Malaysia or English. Item number 1 of Appendix A refers to the video requirement. The video must be 480p resolution. This is just a guideline, assuming that the resolution of your video is lower than 480. It is okay, as long as it is clear. We set this to ensure that you are aware that the video must be clear and must be able to be viewed from our panel assessor. That's number 1. Number 2, the audio must be clear. Number 3, the video must be shot from behind the class, because it must include the trainer also and the participant. The reason being is because some of the, or rather the activities conducted should involve the trainers, sorry, the participants. That's why we ask you to shoot a video from back of the class. Okay, item number 4. Item number 4, it is a courtesy to ensure that there is no issues in the future. Assuming you have already chosen a class that you wish to use for the accreditation submitted by assessment, before you begin shooting the video, recording the video, please make sure that you ask the permission of the participants. Okay, that we are, for the purpose of HRD Corp requirement for accreditation by assessment, we are required to submit video. So this is something that we are going to do. So if you don't mind, we want to record a session. Just a simple declaration. Number 5. Okay, this is very important. If you have taken out your imaginary highlighter, this is something that you should highlight. This is the requirement of the video. The video should be is broken out into 2 parts, 2 sessions. The first part must cover the first module and the opening. Must cover the opening and the first module of the training session. Okay, the minimum number of hours, the minimum duration is 60 minutes and the maximum is 90 minutes. Okay, again, I repeat, the first part must cover the opening and also the first module of the training session. Let's say you are conducting a international marketing, for example, a training course on international marketing. So it must cover the what you call the opening, the ice breaking, the first part, and also the first module of training course. Minimum 60 minutes, maximum 90 minutes. So that is the first part. The second part is any other module within the same training. Also, the minimum duration is 60 minutes and maximum is 90 minutes. So in total, by right, the minimum total number of duration for your video submission is 1 hour and the maximum should be 3 hours. Means it's 60 plus 60 and 90 plus 90. So this is 2 hours, this is 3 hours. Okay. Any other modules, for example, international marketing, you have 6 modules, for example, assuming you have 6 modules. The compulsory part is the opening, the first part, the opening, also the first module. The second part, you can choose either module 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Up to you. We give you that flexibility. Okay. So this is one of the most important part for video submission. Number 6. Number 6 also something that you need to use your imaginary highlighter. We ask you, you are requested to upload only the video URL. Only video URL, because 60 minutes of video is very big. It might come up to 3 to 4 gigabyte for 480p resolution. So what you need to do is, this is very important to you. You choose a cloud sharing platform. You can use either YouTube or Dropbox or Google Drive. You park your video there and only share the link of the video in the TDMS, in the platform when you want to submit your application. That's it. You don't need to upload the full video, because again, it is going to be very heavy. It's going to consume space of the server from our end. Okay, so these are the 2 main important things for accreditation by assessment. Okay, finally, trainers are required to retain your digital copy for our what you call auditing, if necessary. So this is essentially, in a nutshell, that's it. That's all for accreditation by assessment.